Please don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell for future videos. Thank you.
Hey, what's up guys? Houston here, and for those of you just finding my YouTube channel, welcome. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell to get noticed on the next video coming out. Now, here's something that's going to be really exciting because I'm going to show you how to create your own bank using business credit cards. That's right, I'm going to show you how to create your own bank using and leveraging business credit cards. But first, we're going to talk about our community announcement. And for those of you that have struggling family members or elderly or single parents and stuff that have friends and family that are financially struggling during this COVID, make sure that you go over to benefits.gov, put in your personal information or their personal information, and it'll tell them about all the programs that they may qualify for, especially this time, people trying to get their rent paid, their utilities paid. Right now, it's a very hard time, and definitely we need to be looking out for one another, okay? So please check out benefits.gov, or you can go to us.gov and see what type of benefits they have for the community, all right? Now, going back to how to start your bank, right? Okay. Now, and we're going to be leveraging business credit cards to do that. But here's the thing about it. When people talk about starting their own bank, they're usually talking about infinite banking. But here's the thing about it. Where's the money coming from? So I'm going to show you how to leverage business credit cards in order to be able to fund to start your own bank. And the first thing you need to do is set up the corp, okay? Set up the corporation, and if you need help with that, you can go to HOUSTONMCMILLER.com, or you can click the link below and go over to HOUSTONMCMILLER.com, set up a consultation, and we'll set it up for you. As a matter of fact, this time of year, you need to set it up, and I'm going to tell you why. If you set it up now, then your company, as of January 1st of 2021, then your company is going to actually be 1 year old. If you set your business up now, okay? So just keep that in mind. Now, like I said, going back to starting your bank using business credit cards, okay, first you're gonna set up the corp, all right? And then I usually tell people 2, maybe 3 corps. If you only have one, hey, start with what you can, okay? That's all I'm saying. Start with what you can, and then go on to the next. But at the same time, say that you may have some business partners and stuff like that. If they set up a corp and you set up a corp, now you have multiple corporations, right? So now you're building that foundation for setting up your own bank using business credit cards. Now the second step, okay, is opening up the business bank account. Now this is real important because there's a lot of people out here that call themselves business owners and they don't even have business bank accounts, and they are missing out on so much money and so many opportunities because they don't have actual business bank accounts. They're making money and they're putting it directly in their pocket. You don't want to do that. And I understand, hey, the IRS or whatever, but trust me, following my formula, you wouldn't have to worry about the IRS because the IRS will back you, okay? The IRS will back you. So that's the reason I say do it the right way, and trust me, the IRS will back you, okay? Now, understanding that, once you set up the corporation, then you open up your business bank account, then the next thing you do, you're going to be making weekly deposits. Now, in terms of how much you put into that business bank account on a weekly, it's up to you. I usually tell people, if you can do starting now, if you're on a budget, at least put $25 a week, okay? It's not a whole lot, but at least you're still building the foundation because it's helping you build up your business credit, and you're still building a relationship with that financial institution. And that's the name of the game, is actually building that relationship with other financial institutions so you can build your own bank using business credit cards. So now we set up the corporation, we open up the business bank account, we have the deposit. Now let me add to that, okay? When you open up the business bank account, depending on your credit score, a lot of banks will ask you, do you want a business credit card right then and there, right? So if you're going inside the bank, and here's another quick secret, if you can, try to go inside the bank and open up your business bank account. That way you're sitting down with somebody, and if they're putting in the numbers of what your estimated revenue will be for that year or that year coming up, then those numbers are coming from their side. So if they offer you a credit card, I'm gonna give you a secret at the end of this video to help you increase your credit lines as well. So stick with me. But when they offer you the credit card, they're the ones that's actually putting in the numbers instead of you doing it off your own computer. So that gives you more leverage like that, okay? And then, of course, with them putting in the numbers, because their job is dependent on it. So if they don't close so many accounts or whatever, they can lose their jobs. So it's into their favor if they help you, right? Get qualified for that business credit card and that business line of credit. Now, again, why are we making this weekly deposits? The reason that we're going to be making this weekly deposits, because we're not only going after business credit cards, but we're going to be going after business lines of credit as well, right? So that's the reason we're making these weekly deposits and stuff. So you can use this strategy if you're a truck driver, if you're driving for DoorDash, if food delivery, whatever company, you can actually use this same strategy, okay? Now moving on to number 4, all right? So number 4, here's something that's really important, all right? The business credit cards that you're applying for, you want to make sure that those business credit cards, they have 0% interest, okay? From anywhere from 12 to 18 months. Some of them may have 24 months. It depends on the bank, right? But the reason is you want 0 interest because you're going to be taking the money off of that. So you're going to be taking that balance and transferring it back over to your business bank account, right? So now you have that money from your credit cards into your business bank account. This also is going to help your business bank rating. And because these are business credit cards, it's not going to affect your personal credit, okay? So with some financial institutions, they may give you a business credit card with a credit score of 680, okay? That's where they start at, about a 680. But again, it depends on what type of relationship you have with the bank, okay? And remember I was telling you in a previous video, and I put a link so you can get access to it, about how to build a relationship with American Express. Well, the thing about it, the reason you want to build that relationship with American Express is because the more data they have on you, the better relationship they have with you, and the higher chance you may be approved for American Express card, even if you only have a 680. Now, have there been people getting an American Express card with only a 670? Of course. But guess what? It's because they had that relationship with them. All right. So moving forward, talking about how to start your own bank using business credit cards. Again, when you get those business credit cards and making sure that you have 0 interest for the first 12, 18, or 24 months. So now you have a free interest loan. They're going to charge you that processing fee for transferring the money, but the rest of that money goes into your business bank account. So this is the money that you're starting with as your own bank to actually invest into real estate, or to buy your own truck or your own food truck, or, you know, even if you wanted to just buy a car and put it under under the company name. All right, and again, I'm going to talk about buying a car and putting it on a company name, because there's a new strategy that I have that I want to tell you all about. So stay tuned for that video. But again, transferring the balance from your business credit card over to this is not going to affect your personal credit. So I just want you to understand that. And again, as your credit score gets stronger, now you're able to get more business credit cards, and again, use the same method to keep on funding your own bank so that you can do your investments and everything. Now, here's a secret, since you stuck around with me and I really appreciate it. Here's a secret that I want you all to know, okay? Whenever you get approved for a credit card, when we're talking about business credit cards, okay? You can do it with personal credit card as well. Whenever you get approved for a business credit card, okay, and you ask them for a credit increase, do not ever tell them, oh, can I get a $10,000 increase or $15,000? Don't ever tell them that. What you want to say is, can you give me the max? That's what you want to say. I want the max. So that way they'll come back with a number. So let them come back with a number versus you giving them a number, okay? And then you can negotiate from that point. But at least let them put out that first number. And then if that's a number that's not satisfactory to what you need, then you can negotiate from that point, okay? Now, again, by you making these weekly deposits, okay, down the line, 6 months to 9 months, guess what? Now you're getting business lines of credit. Now, some people may be confused because they're like, well, what about Dun & Bradstreet? Well, guess what? You don't need Dun & Bradstreet. And guess what else? Dun & Bradstreet is going to pick up your banking information and they're going to create you a Dun & Bradstreet file. So people don't even know. That's the reason I keep telling people that you don't need Dun & Bradstreet. So if you have a strong enough credit score, like the net 30s and stuff like that, those are not necessary.